For this video, I thought I would try something a little different. Now, I need to bleed the brakes on my car, technically again, although the last time I did it, I only ended up doing one wheel because physical disability. But I need to do all of them because my brake pedal feel isn't fantastic. I'm also planning on doing a track day in the not too distant future, so I would like some fresh fluid in there to make sure that well, I can actually stop once the brake fluid starts to heat up. And so I'm going to be doing all 4 corners, and I'm basically just going to be taking you along for the ride. So without further ado, let's jump into it and get started. I need to get the wheel off, and then we can look at actually bleeding it. I'm doing the one that's furthest from the ABS pump, as that's the distribution block. So yeah, let's go. These wheel cap covers are always a pain. I had to buy the tool, the Audi specific tool on eBay to get it off. And they work pretty well once you got it, but they can get stuck on and it's not fun. Especially if you don't have the tool. And the locking wheel nut one is the worst. Oh, because it's just a round hole. That's not great. Let's have a check of the wheel while I'm at it. Make sure the tyre's in good nick. A few little cracks and scrapes and a few rocks that are embedded, but nothing too bad. Right. Should probably check this condition of the pads and stuff too. Good mate. And oh, plenty. I replaced the rear discs relatively recently, so that's fine. Cool. It opens, it's not stuck. My last car, it was seized on, that wasn't a fun time. I've got my one-man brake bleeder kit, which is more of a two-man, but you stick the fuel hose end over the bleed nipple with your spanner attached. Leave that there. And now to go add some fluid to the reservoir. Right, pump it up. Oh. Right, and hold the pedal down. Cool, pump it. And hold it down. And pump it. And hold the pedal down. Okay, 2 secs. Okay, I'm gonna call it for that wheel. I've had a problem before when tightening up wheels with bolts rather than nuts, that you basically strip out the hub if you don't hold the wheel on right, and especially if you try and do it up or tighten it with it all on the ground. So I like to get it as snug as I can with it off the ground so that it can seat properly, and then do the very final torque when it's on the ground. Although this has a pretty strong handbrake, so I can do it now anyway, but for the front ones, for example, best to do it that way. Remember kids, lift with your back and with a twisting and jerking motion. Don't do that. Right, that was it for that wheel. We're collecting a decent amount of fluid in here. I'm kind of hoping to get sort of halfway up, but it's incredibly clean fluid already, so I'm mostly just hoping for a little less, well, water, hygroscopic nature, a bit less in it, that'd be nice. So yeah, doing all right. 2 down, 2 to go. This is why I like wheels or hubs that use nuts instead of bolts, because you can just line the wheel up on the stud and leave it there, rather than this faff. For those of you who are inevitably wondering, I'm putting a tiny film of copper anti-seize on the seat of the bolt so that they tighten down nicely, and they don't snap when you take them off. Just an absolutely tiny film, but it's not getting anywhere near the threads. I should make that abundantly clear. In fact, more of it's going on my socket than it's going on the threads. Front upper bushing, like the front control arm, the front upper control arm bushing, inboard bushing, has a crack along it, as does the back one. Although it still rides and feels all right, so I think that'll be a question for the MOT in June? Yeah, and then what the pads are like. Actually pretty good. Yeah, pads are alright. These are my my shiny, vented, and slotted and very dirty discs. Right, where's the lead nipple? There it is. It is my intention at some point to upgrade these to the 4-pot Brembos that the Q5 S-Line has. They're very nice. They actually fit the same size brake rotor. They're the same mounting sort of bracket flange. So they should just be a direct bolt on, but should give me a lot more modulation and potentially a little bit more power, because these are just single piston. So 4 gives, well, all of that. So, and they're not too expensive either, so should be a decent upgrade. And I think they fit in, you know, the standard wheel. So yeah. Gonna do that at some point. Right. My 11mm spanner. see. Oi. Yes. Good. Luckily the ball joints look okay, although if I do have to replace the bushings, I'm going to have to replace the arm, which means I'm going to have to replace the bushings, which means I have to take these damn things out. And apparently they are the worst thing to happen to mankind. Right, so that is all 4 wheels done. I am exhausted and incredibly sore, so I'm going to go inside and have some dinner and probably a nice hot bath. Thanks for coming with me on the journey of bleeding my brakes slightly more properly than I've done before. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. This is a bit of a new format, as is most of the things on this channel, since it's relatively new, so feel free to let me know what you thought of it in the comments down below. Of course, feel free to let me know how many different ways I'm an idiot in the comments down below as well. And if you want to see more videos like this one, or maybe not, feel free to hit that subscribe button and the bell notification icon. I've got a proper sort of tutorial on how to bleed your brakes, so if you want a more in-depth guide, I'll leave that on the end card for you to check out. But otherwise, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.